2 million. Small loan of $1 billion. I'm so exhausted from counting my millions. Gosh, who knew being a billionaire could be so boring? I wonder what else I could do. I know. Donald Dump, could be the President of the United States.
Whoa, 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 buddy. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, do you even know what the role of the president entails?
What? Who are you?
We're the government guys.
We appear anytime someone is interested in running for office. We see if they're qualified enough.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but your job won't be taking place today. I'm already overly qualified for the job.
Oh, really? Do you know the types of government?
Roots of American democracy,
3 branches?
roles of the government,
Civil liberties?
Well, I am incredibly rich.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Not today. Not on our watch.
Let's begin by talking about the different types of government. America runs on a democratic government, which is when governmental power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or by elected agents under a free electoral system.
Whoa, slow down. I know America is obviously a democracy, everyone knows that, but I plan on running the show more like a dictator.
Ronald, you can't do that.
A dictatorship is a different type of governmental system because there's a single ruler or small clique who yield absolute, unrestricted power.
That does sound nice. Absolute power.
No way, Ronald, not cool.
Alright, what about a monarchy? I want my little Tronalds to have a good career after mine.
A monarchy is a government in which the power is held by a monarch who reigns usually for life and by hereditary right.
Perfect.
No way, Toronto. We are not doing that. Haven't you ever learned about how our great country came to be? We fought against the monarchy of Great Britain for this great democracy that we have today.
The poor treatment of the colonies by King George III resulted in the American Revolution, which was kicked off in 1776 with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson, with the help of other patriots, wrote the document that declares the sovereignty of the 13 American colonies from King George's monarchy. After declaring independence, there was an attempt at establishing our country's first constitution, known as the Articles of Confederation, but it failed due to the lack of central power. In its place, the beloved Constitution that we know and love today was established.
Look, government guys, I appreciate the history lesson, but I don't really care about any of this. What does some old piece of paper have to do with me running for president?
The U.S. Constitution is the lifeblood of our country.
Yeah, without it, we wouldn't even have the presidency.
The Constitution establishes the 3-branch system that we use today in America, made up of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. To begin, the legislative branch, which is addressed in Article 1 of the Constitution, is divided into a bicameral system of 2 sections, the Senate and the House of Representatives. They are responsible for making laws, declaring war, and more.
So what? I don't really understand how the legislative branch can impact me being the president.
Of course they can. Within the Constitution, there exists a set of checks and balances within each branch.
Yeah, so if the legislative branch passed a bill that the president opposed, he or she could veto it.
After vetoing, Congress can still override that veto with a 2/3 majority vote.
Okay, I think I understand. But get to the juicy part, where does the president come in?
The president exists under the executive branch, which is established by the 2nd article of the Constitution. The president's roles are important and powerful, like being the commander-in-chief of the military or making treaties with foreign nations.
Ooh, military. I like the sound of that. Commander Dump. Wow, I can't wait. When do I sign up?
Sign up? You don't sign up to become president.
In order to become president, there's some really important steps you have to accomplish first.
Before someone can get elected as president, they have to undergo a campaign and gain support from citizens. Once you have campaigned and been nominated as a presidential candidate, it becomes time for the actual general election, when citizens vote based on who they think would best fulfill the role of president. However, it is not only the citizen vote that determines the outcome of the presidency, but also the Electoral College, which is a body of people representing the citizens of the United States who formally cast their votes for the election of the president.
Wow, that sounds like a completely fair, never wrong system. I can't wait to vote for myself once I run for president.
Wait, Toronto, are you even registered to vote?
Probably.
The next presidential election is in 2020. You need to start thinking about these types of things.
In Michigan, before you can vote, you will have to register at least 30 days before Election Day. To be eligible for registration, you need to be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old by Election Day, and a resident of the city or township in which you are applying to register to vote. The registration process involves filling out a voter registration application, which can be obtained online at www.michigan.gov.sos. Once you fill out this application and provide a copy of some sort of photo identification, like a driver's license, enclosed with your application. You can either send it in the mail or hand deliver it to your local county, city, or township clerk. After processing your information, the clerk will send you a voter registration card that will tell you the location of where you can go to cast a ballot. You should bring this card and further photo identification when you vote. You should register to vote for the first time.
That's great. Are we done now? Can I get back to counting my money?
Hold on now, we still have one more branch to talk about.
Exactly. We haven't discussed the judicial branch yet, which is an instrumental institution designed to protect our civil liberties and civil rights.
The third article of the Constitution establishes the judicial branch, which is responsible for interpreting constitutional law and administering justice. This is accomplished mainly by the Supreme Court, who is responsible for making some of the most monumental landmark decisions for the nation. To protect civil rights of future generations, the court decided on cases like Brown versus the Board of Education, with the ruling that upturned the previous separate but equal laws, claiming they were unconstitutional. To protect the rights of citizens to having political and social freedom and equality, known as civil rights, the court made this decision, which thereafter meant that separate public schools for black and white students was no longer tolerable in the United States.
That's interesting and but I don't see what it has to do with the presidency.
Remember that checks and balances system? It applies here too.
Yeah, one of the powers of the president is to appoint Supreme Court justices who serve as judges for life. Now, one final important aspect of being president is that you'll have to deal with the media.
The media? Fake news?
Whoa, calm down, Toronto. The media isn't all bad.
In fact, the media is an essential part of our functioning democracy in society for its effective roles.
For example, the media often has an informative role, wanting to inform the average citizens about important local and global issues that can impact their lives. Additionally, the media is also adversarial as it protects potentially unknowing citizens from government behavior that might be working in opposition to their interests.
Yeah, I guess maybe some news is not fake.
Well, Toronto, our work here is done.
Yep, we've taught you all that you need to know about being an educated citizen in our democracy. But I'm not so sure about being president.
Did you say something? I'm too busy counting my money. Is that good?
Look at the camera.
That's all good.
Stop.